guys, and welcome to another video. It has felt like forever since I've actually done a video. Like, it's just been bloody hectic. So the most popular question I always get asked is about the funeral brochure. So I put in one of my videos that I was going to do like a digital download template for you to sort of go on and you can download it. Oh my god, the faff with that was absolutely insane. I couldn't figure out how to do it. So instead, I told you that I'm going to make a whole video about it. So let me get on to the little bit of a background story here. So when I first started my business, I needed a funeral brochure. I had no idea about prices or whether I should sort of do them cheaper so I can compete and so on and so forth. So let me explain all of that. So I basically made a massive file with all different coffin sprays in there, all different types of styles of single-ended sprays, crosses, and bespoke tributes, hearts, and yeah, you get my gist. And they were all different prices. When I went to go and see my families, there was so many options, and it just got a little bit confusing because a family would want sort of a traditional shape with those flowers in, and then I had to sort of come up with a price that fitted that, and it was just getting too much. Now, I know a lot of florists have these big files that you can choose from, but I was thinking, do you know what? It doesn't need to be this complicated, like figuring out all these prices, all these different flowers. So I decided to condense mine into a little book. Now, I've got two here. So you can see this one's really used because this is mine. And then I'll flick through it when I'm talking to families over the phone. But if I go and see them, I take this bigger A4 brochure. And I'm going to show you, and I'll put some like screen snippets and screenshots up somewhere around here so you can see, and you can pause the video. But I'll basically just take you through my funeral guide really. So here we go. Here's the first page. So I've got a little bit about myself and a picture of me, and it's funny because I had a family come and they were like, "Is that you?" I was like, "Yeah, it's me catfishing, okay?" So yeah, so this is all about me, my background and where I studied and my experience and so on and so forth. And then let's skip to the good part. Okay, so coffin sprays. So I now only do two types of coffin sprays. So I do a bespoke one and a traditional one, okay? And then in this little paragraph here, it's a bit about it, and I'll read it out to you. So the coffin spray, there are two types of coffin sprays available, bespoke style or traditional style. The bespoke style, you can have any flowers and colours that are in season. These are usually English garden style. They have more of a wild structure. Okay, so that's that one there. So we use lots of different foliages. Well, when I say lots, it's leatherleaf, thalassemie and eucalyptus. And then we have the traditional coffin spray here, which I basically just do a diamond shape and use leatherleaf, roses, carnations and lilies because they are the cheaper flowers. So we have got here two price lists. So we've got traditional and bespoke. So for my 3-foot traditional, it's 130, 4-foot 180 and 5-foot 220. Then for the bespoke, the 3-foot is 180, 4-foot is 230 and the 5-foot is 270. Now with the bespoke style, you can have any flowers that you want really. Well, if the family don't know what they want, I just ask what colours they have, and I usually put spray roses, veronicas, stocks, hydrangeas, delphiniums, what else have we got in there? And then if it's like spring, I put iris or tulips, maybe a bit of gyp in there as well if they want the gyp. And then I just ask them if there's any flowers that they don't want, and if there's any in particular that are in season, okay? But then with the traditional, it's just the leather leaf, it's just the roses, just the carnations, and just the lilies, okay? Because it's a cheaper price. And some people like traditional, some people like bespoke, and it's super duper easy. All I do is look at my price guide, whatever markup that you put on your flowers, then just put that on and make sure it comes to the price. So if they have a 5 foot bespoke, $270, make sure that you're getting the right amount of flowers so you can make a profit on £270 on the 5 foot bespoke, okay? And then we have my single-ended, which is basically the same format. We've got traditional and bespoke, and they're all different prices, and I will put screen grabs of my prices up here. Then we have the letters. Now these can come in every single flipping style that you want, and I used to have about 10 pages of them, so I condensed them down to 2. So we have got chrysanthemum base and full flower. Okay, so I just thought if you just want them white based, they're £35 a letter. Okay, then if you want to add a spray on, £10 a letter. If you want to add ribbon edge on, it is £5 per letter. Sorry, I just had to check whether it's the foliage, which is 3. Yeah, but it's the foliage, which is 3, and the ribbon edging, which is 5. Now, with the full letters, you can have any flowers that you want that fit in letters. So you can't have a flipping like big bold flower in there like a lily. So what I usually use is chrysanthemums, carnations, spray roses, and I do a foliage edge if they want a ribbon edge. It's another £5 for each letter. How simple. Okay. Then we're gonna go on to the posies. Now these are traditional and bespoke as well, and I do these in 8, 10 and 12 inch. If you want, so the price here, if you can see, like so basically my inch 8 inch is £35. Why the hell did I just speak like that? And then add £5 on for bespoke, and then it goes up with the sort of sizing as well. So there we go. Okay, then we have our rose sheaths. Now I only do rose sheaths because literally if you only have like a small sheath, if somebody only wants to spend like £40 on a sheath, and I'm putting all these different flowers in, I'm going to be left over with absolutely loads, and I have had this problem loads of times, so I only do rose sheaves now. So you can have 10 roses for 40, 15 roses for 55, and 20 roses for 70. And I basically just put a leather leaf backing on with some hessian and raffia to wrap them. Easy, okay. Then we have our briefs. We have chrysanthemum base or full flower as well. There we go. And then what else do we have? We have our hearts, exactly the same with our prices down here. God. We have our pillows and cushions, 2 examples here, and these are the only ones that we do. I mean, if I do get asked to have a full flower cushion, that's absolutely fine. I'll just add that up. But how much easier is that than that somebody ordering 10 things, wanting different things, like flowers and foliages? Like, we don't have time for that. Then I just have a couple of pictures of like my crosses and bespoke tributes, like 3D and 2D. And for the 2D design, I charge $120, and the 3D design, I charge $150. But that is just the basic sizes. If somebody wants it like a 3D huge one, obviously put one that more money for that. Okay, and that's my whole booklet, guys. Like, how flipping simple is that? And then I've got loads of these printed as well. So if I see a family, or they just pop in and say, have you got a brochure, whatever, hand them one of these. They can go through it. It's so simple. And yeah, it's worked for me. People love it. People don't want to be faffing around with flowers. Like, funeral flowers. They've already got enough to think about, haven't they? So, and then most people say if they don't have flower experience, they have no idea. So just make it idiot proof like this. And I tell you what, it's the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'm not faffing around with all different flowers and all these crazy stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, like, families still come to me and like will send me a picture of something, like, can you do this? Yes, I can, and this is the price for it. But I tell you what, guys, this guide is amazing. Okay, so as a little extra, in the next video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a traditional 3-foot spray. So I'll let you know all the flowers that I use in there, foliage, and then yeah, I'll give you a tutorial on that. So I hope that was super duper informative. If you've got any other questions, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that you need to know about it, really. Maybe you're thinking, oh, how am I going to get, how did you actually make these? I basically just went to a printer company. I sent them the photos that I wanted, my prices and all the wording, and they just basically made it for me, and now I can use that forever. Well, not forever, because obviously the prices are going to go up because they do every year. But yeah, so I've had these for about 1.5 years now. The prices haven't inflated, so when they do, I'll just get a few more printed off, but just get them done by a printer company. Like, it's so much easier and they look professional. Price wise, I think I got about, well, I actually don't know, I'll leave it in the comments because I might be lying. I'll leave it in the comments down below how much that I ordered and how much I paid for them, so you can know how much it will cost. I mean, you can do a DIY on Canva, but if you're busy with flowers, who wants to be doing that? Like, I'm just waffling on now anyway, but if you've got any other questions, leave them down below, okay? Anyway, so I hope this video was super duper informative. If it was, please remember to subscribe, like and comment, and I'll see you in the next video when we're making a 3-foot traditional spray.